Yeah, hi everybody. How's it going? Just wanted to touch base with you about the poetry collection, Slouching Toward Nirvana. Some of us have been wondering, why did Bukowski entitle it Slouching Toward Nirvana? Why not Sprinting Toward Nirvana? Or why not, Looking for Nirvana? Well, we can take this in many number of ways because it's literature and not everybody is going to agree. There are 7 billion people on the planet and everybody's going to have a different take on uh, poetry or novels or short stories, okay? So, one way to look at it is, when we see something good in front of us, just like a better way of life or maybe like some golden opportunity, a lot of people are like, I'll deal with it later. They're just, instead of sprinting toward whatever this good thing is, they just kind of slouch toward it. And that's a big commentary on human nature. A lot of people are just lazy, Uh, they kind of procrastinate and put it off and I'll get to it later. I mean, people like that. I do. And I'm thinking, what are you doing, man? Go for it. Okay. So there could be a big commentary on that title, Slouching Toward Nirvana. And as we know, Nirvana means to extinguish, and it's a state where all suffering stops. Okay, the Buddhists teach us that, suffering will cease once we reach nirvana. Okay, but a lot of people are just making the same mistakes over and over again, and they're getting recycled back into samsara, and they're reaping what they sow, and that's what karma is all about. And here they are again, back in the wheel of samsara. Okay, so second, some of us have wondered, maybe why we're reading Bukowski, and as I said in the first few videos of the class, Bukowski is just a means to an end. We're using Bukowski's poetry and his characters in order to get these religions to go to work on the characters. So the religions have these teachings about how to live a better life. We're trying to get the characters to live a better life. So we got the Jewish view, the Christian view, the Islamic view, the Hindu view, the Buddhist view, the Confucianist view, and the Taoist view. So how do these religions, how would they fix Bukowski's characters? That's kind of the big goal. Now, I know we might not like Bukowski the man or even the poet, but, the larger picture, the backdrop is, we got to get these religions in here and see how these religious teachings can make people's lives better. Okay, so if you didn't like Bukowski, class is only 8 weeks, okay? We're actually done with Bukowski now, okay? So you're in the clear, okay? You never have to read him again. But, I have had students message me, months or even years after, we've read a Bukowski book, and they say, I couldn't see what you were trying to do in class, but I get it now. Okay? So, second to last point, I teach Bukowski up at a nursing college up in Omaha, and the nursing majors love Bukowski. So if we have a class of, say, 20 students, at the end I ask, how many of you would teach Bukowski in a college class if you were the instructor? I kid you not, 19 hands will go up. Okay, one student will always pan Bukowski, pan the book, hate him forever. Fine, that's cool. But the other 19 can definitely see how reading Bukowski is beneficial to students who are majoring in nursing / allied health. Can we guess why? Here, just think about that for a second. Why would nurses and allied health majors love Bukowski and the characters and their sufferings and addictions and difficult personalities? Why would they benefit from reading a Bukowski poetry collection? Go ahead and think about that. I just answered it. Well, there you go. Nurses are around suffering all day long. They're around people with addictions all day long. They're put in difficult situations with difficult people, and they have to learn to be patient and learn to be kind or kinder. So reading that Bukowski book, all 270 pages of this torture, that goes to work on a person's soul and kind of gets them ready for, being a nurse or a practitioner of allied health. I mean, this is what they tell me. This is what we talk about in our cyber cafe. And there are other reasons too, just exploring human nature, because, Bukowski's really a doctor of the soul. I mean, the guy really is, and he writes about it very beautifully. That's why he's a poet, okay? So, Bukowski's really a good teaching tool, okay? And the nurses and the allied health majors really eat this guy up. mean, it's pretty powerful, what I'm reading up there. So, um, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Okay. All right. So finally, Bukowski will help us to become better communicators in both the verbal form and in the written form. Okay, because poets can do this. They choose, the best words. They craft the best sentences. And who can't benefit from this? Okay, who can't benefit from this? So, whether we just, think Bukowski is just a disgusting human being, and he should be expunged from every college syllabus. Okay, I think he should be on every college syllabus, but that's just my view. I'm one guy. What do I know? Okay, but everywhere, even at Doane University, students love Bukowski, and there's no such thing as a perfect syllabus. There's no such thing as a perfect reading list. There's no such thing as a perfect textbook. Trust me on that. Ask anybody in that building where you're going to be in the next day or two. Go from room to ask anybody if there is such a thing as a perfect class or a perfect syllabus or a perfect reading list or a perfect textbook. The answer is no. It's always going to be no, period. Okay? So I think I'm done. I think that, we all need to be reading literature, okay? Because, as Faulkner says, literature is about the human heart in conflict with itself. And if we're just reading about Miss Smith watering her daisies all day long, and she goes to church every night and sings in the choir, and knows the Gospel of John by heart, that's not literature, okay? But Bukowski writes literature, and I think we know why. Okay, I'm Lee Tacey. I approve of this message, and we'll talk soon. Over and out.